Hi guys, it's Megan bringing you a Nerd Initiative news editorial. Today I want to discuss the highly anticipated Daredevil Born Again. We've all seen so many things about it, and there's so many things to look forward to, including the characters. So let's go through what characters we can expect to see and what characters I really hope to see. So starting off, Daredevil, Matt Murdock, the man, the myth, the legend. We haven't seen him since his brief time on She-Hulk in the red and yellow suit, and I am so excited. We are finally here to his own show in the MCU after waiting so long. It's been so long since his show on Netflix, which 10 out of 10 show. That was just phenomenal, and it looks like they're having the same vibes to Born Again as they did to the Netflix show, and I am so here for it. Moving on, Foggy and Karen. With Foggy and Karen, they weren't actually originally in the show. If we all remember, there was a huge revamping of Born Again when Kevin Feige watched what was filmed, absolutely hated it, and fired the head writer and director in a massive creative overhaul. I remember when this breaking news rocked the internet when Deadline released it, and I have to admit I was actually excited because at that point rumors were coming out that Daredevil wouldn't suit up until episode 5. So, which tracked because, according to Deadline, the show would be more focused on Matt Murdock's career as a lawyer rather than Daredevil, which is like, why would you even name the show Daredevil? I don't know. But I'm excited to see the Avocados at Law will be coming back. I think it wouldn't be a show without them, especially since Matt Murdock is so ingrained into both of them. I'm excited for that. Love to see it. Next up, this man needs no introduction, but I'm going to give it to you anyways. Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin. Something I found interesting about the trailer is that it seems like Daredevil and Kingpin will be working together. I do have my suspicions that Kingpin isn't fully working with Daredevil and playing dirty here, but I feel like I'm not alone in that suspicion. So, very interested to see what their dynamic is, if the dynamic stays that way, which, come on, it's probably not going to. But still, I'm excited to see it. I want to see the Kingpin from Disney Plus's Echo. That's the one I want. I think I might just still have PTSD from Hawkeye, from the Hawaiian shirted Kingpin. I respectfully no. Next up, White Tiger, Hector Ayala. A pretty underrated character, I must say. In the comics, he was actually really close to Spider-Man. The thing to know about Hector is that he is always accused of murder. All the time. That's his thing. This plays into my theory that he will be accused of it in Daredevil Born Again. Matt Murdock will be his lawyer. Daredevil will know him as White Tiger, but he won't know Matt as Daredevil. I think that would add a little fun twist to it. I have a sad theory that Hector will die and we will get an end credit scene of his daughter, Ava, who you've probably know as White Tiger in Ultimate Spider-Man, I think. Oh, Lord. So I think it'll be his daughter, Ava, and I think Ava will be played by Jenna Ortega, picking up the amulet that gives White Tiger their powers. Remember when all those rumors were going around that White Tiger has been cast and the actor to play it will be Jenna Ortega, but then the leaked set photos came out and it was a man's body and we were all like shook. I think the rumors could have been right. And sometimes I think the leaked photos come out from Marvel just to like get the vibe. That's what I think. It's tinfoil hat theory, but what can you do? Next one, Muse. This guy. He's a pretty underrated villain for now. Until Daredevil comes out, then he won't be. Who uses the innards of people to create these huge art pieces. He's quite powerful with superhuman strength, very skilled in hand-to-hand combat, superhuman reflexes, and some more. But he's a wild card, and he is a threat. I think it's bold of Marvel to use Muse as a villain because he's such a dark character, and I really dig that about him. But I do look forward to seeing him paint the town red. I'm sorry. That was an awful joke. It was really horrible. Moving on, Punisher, Frank Castle. For now, we don't really have too much information on what he's going to be doing in Daredevil Born Again, but I would bet my bottom dollar that he's after Muse. Or my other theory, he believes White Tiger did in fact murder someone, and he wants to put him down, as the Punisher tends to do. So either way, I think he's working outside the law as usual, but I think he's after one of those two characters. Or he's after Kingpin. Oh, man. The possibilities are endless here, people. There are a few characters that are in the show that we have absolutely no idea in what capacity. Like, they're all quite random, so I'm excited to see more. I think we will get more of an idea who all these other characters are once we get a full trailer, because we've only been given a teaser trailer so far. A few characters I would love to see show up are Jessica Jones, obviously. I think it makes perfect sense with her being a PI to be seen in the show. Maybe a quick cameo of her running into Matt at court or something. Just give us something. It doesn't even have to be a lot, just a tiny bit. Luke Cage. I'll be honest, I have no idea how they run into each other. I just want all the Defenders there. Iron Fist. I know, his show wasn't that great, but I do like him as Danny Rand if he would just throw himself into the character. And I'd like to see if there's room for a redemption. You never know. My last one, I've gotten some weird feedback on this, so bear with me. Jen Walters, She-Hulk. But I want it to be a Jen Walters cameo, not a She-Hulk cameo. Like if she... Another run into each other at the courthouse, or he calls her to get her opinion on a case, something like that, something work related. That's what I want. It doesn't even have to be long, like a 30-second thing. That's it. So those are the things I want to see happen. If they don't happen, that's okay. I'll be bummed though. But I mean, from what we've seen so far of the show, we're getting a banger of a show. I do wish it was longer than the episodes are giving us, which I think is like 8, I think. Ooh. But, you can't want them all. I'm excited to see where it goes. I love that it feels like the Netflix show of Daredevil, because it's that show was just so good. It was top tier. It was so good. And the fact that we're getting John Bernthal back, who said he won't come back unless they take the Punisher seriously, they do the character justice, they don't change it too much from what he was already doing. I think, first of all, props to him, because I loved how Punisher was done in his Netflix show. And I think it looks like there's not going to be much difference there. Foggy and Karen, I'm excited to see them, but like, can we all talk about Foggy's glow up? He was always a handsome man, but oh my gosh, you really like came out swinging there. Like, good for you. And then we have Kingpin, Muse, White Tiger. There's so many things going on in this show that I'm so excited about. And I can't wait to talk about it when it comes out. So that's it for me on this Nerd Initiative News editorial. Thanks for hanging with me. Let me know in the comments who you're most excited to see come back in Daredevil Born Again. Also, any theories? I'm a sucker for a good theory, so let me hear them all. Be sure to click like, subscribe, and share so more people can join in on this fun conversation with us, and they can join in the hype for Daredevil Born Again with me. Make sure you're following everywhere for Nerd Initiative, because there's something crazy, something fun comes out every single day. It's like we have wrestling, we have collectibles, we have all these things, and you will miss out if you don't subscribe. So you can find me on the Vigilante Vibes podcast by searching for Vigilante Vibes podcast everywhere. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great day.